Hi, I'm Jack, and this is Steel Empire, an old school shoot 'em up set in a steampunk world. Steel Empire first debuted on the Sega Mega Drive in 1992, and since then it has been re-released many times. I first played it on the Game Boy Advance about 20 years ago, and I recently discovered that another version, based on the 3DS release, had been ported to Steam. As you can see, this is a traditional horizontal shoot 'em up, but there are a few details that make it stand out. The most obvious is the steampunk theme. You'll take control of either a Zeppelin, which has more hit points, or a biplane, which is more manoeuvrable, and shoot down airships, armoured trains, flying battleships, and other diesel-powered war machines. The story isn't much to write home about, and some of the text that introduces levels is a bit clunky, but the levels themselves are fun and varied. You'll be flying over cities, underground, and even into space. The graphics are simple but striking, with plenty of detail on enemy ships and spectacular particle effects and lighting that wouldn't have been possible in the original 16-bit release. My only complaint about the presentation is that some of the sound effects can be a bit grating after a while. Steel Empire allows you to shoot your weapons to the left as well as to the right. I'm surprised more horizontal shooters don't allow you to do this. It makes the experience more dynamic and unpredictable, as you must always be aware of enemies attacking from behind as well as from the front. There's a straightforward but satisfying upgrade system that sees you collecting power-ups to slowly level up the firepower of your plane or Zeppelin. Whenever you fire your main guns, you'll also drop bombs to help deal with enemies on the ground, and you'll have a limited supply of screen clearing attacks to get you out of a tight spot. Bosses and mini-bosses fill the screen, often requiring you to manoeuvre around them to hit weak spots, which makes these encounters feel suitably epic. The only downside is that some bosses do repeat themselves later in the game, which is a shame. I've always liked shoot 'em ups, but I'm not particularly good at them. That's one reason I love Steel Empire. It seems to have been designed to be welcoming to more casual players like me. There are no one-hit deaths here. Instead, you'll have a generous life bar, which means you won't be punished harshly for making one silly mistake. The difficulty is also a lot more moderate than other shoot 'em ups from the 80s and 90s. Don't get me wrong, there's still a decent challenge here, but on normal difficulty most players won't have too many problems rolling the credits without triggering a game over screen. I hope there's a proper sequel to this game one day, but for now the Steam version is a great experience, especially for more casual shoot 'em up fans like me. That said, whatever version you get your hands on, whether it's the original Mega Drive release or the GBA or Switch ports, you're likely to have a good time. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching.